Today we are going to be doing sine, cosine, and tangent. Basically, we're doing trigonometric ratios and right triangles, but we'll be using those functions mainly. You can do it, Zoe. Okay. Good job. No thanks. I'm in the middle of a video, Zoe. Okay, so let's define each of these using something called I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. So let's define these functions using the mnemonic device. That's what it is. SOHCAHTOA. Now, I know this sounds weird, but it'll all be relevant, trust me. So let's actually write down. Now, pretty much they help you remember what these functions do. So, alright, so is basically the sine function, which is the opposite side of the angle you're dealing with. So like the opposite angle, basically what it points outward to. So if we look at angle A here, the opposite is going to be 35. So it's 35 over the hypotenuse, or the longest side on the triangle. Remember, now, the right angle is always going to be opposite to the hypotenuse, so that might help you find it quicker. So it would be 35 over 37. So that would be, but we're supposed to be finding the tan of A, but once again, we'll get to that in this case. So it's pretty much opposite over hypotenuse. Let me actually write down the formula up here, since we're, yeah, okay. Remember that. You can also just do OPP and then the HYP, but I'm just doing this for simplicity right now. So we're just going to erase this. We're going to keep that there because it'll help you remember stuff while we're doing it. So the next one that we are going to be doing, the part of the word, or the cosine. Now we just write it like this for short, but that is the adjacent angle over the hypotenuse. So since we already went over what the hypotenuse is, we'll just go over what an adjacent angle is. So pretty much the adjacent angle is the angle that is touching it. I mean the side that's touching it, but that isn't the hypotenuse. So in this case, that would be 12 over here. So yeah, 12. So in this case, if we wanted the cosine of A, that would be 12 over 35. Wait, no, that's not the hypotenuse. 37 is, my bad. I don't know why I did that. Okay. I could have kept the 3 though, so I don't know why I didn't do that. But anyway, here you go. So that's the cosine of this. And now we are going to do... Oh, I should have kept it there. Alright, I'll just write it somewhere else. So yeah. Cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse. Alright. And now let's go over the last term, which is the TOA part of the word. And that would be the tangent, or tan for short. So let's write that down. Here we go. Now the tan is just the opposite over the adjacent angle. So opposite over adjacent. And if we wanted the tangent for A, which in this case, it's kind of what we need here. But first you find the opposite angle or whatever, which is, in this case, 35. So 35 over the adjacent angle, which is 12. So it would be 35 over 12. And if you were looking here, then you would already see that this one is the right choice. See? There we go. So yeah. All right. Let's go to the next question. So they want to find the sine of B. So let's find out what everything is to B in this case. Let me just erase all of these. Oh, what? Okay. Yeah, this is why I don't like WebPaint. I mean, it's good because it's free and it's like the only thing I could find, but just sometimes when you erase things, they appear back out of nowhere. Really weird. So we already know that 5 is a hypotenuse in this case. So, and we can tell from that the adjacent angle for B is 3 and 4 is the opposite angle. And they want the sine, which, remember, so, I know that's an ugly S, but just look past that for a moment, okay? Opposite over hypotenuse. So that would be 4 over 5. And let me just correct that for a second, because that is disgusting. Much better. All right, and let's see. Yep, there's an answer. 4 over 5. And here we go. Next question. Now, normally we do only 3 of these, but because these are relatively easy, we'll just go ahead and do the whole thing. Alright, so let us erase everything. So now we need to find the cosine of B, but this is a different B, not the same one that we were dealing with earlier. So the cosine, or the ca part of the word, would be adjacent over the hypotenuse. So once again, let's look at everything. So our hypotenuse is over here, so we already know 13 is a part of the answer. Of course, we need to find the adjacent and opposite. Okay, so here's the opposite angle right here. And here is our adjacent angle, opposite, adjacent. So we can tell that the answer is going to be 5. Okay, that is just, okay. 5 over 13. Much better once again. And let us click the answer. There we go. Alright, one more. Last one. So we are dealing with B yet again? Okay, this is Bception, but I don't care. So first, I don't know why this is here. It needs to go away. Just right. And
it's lunch. You need to eat.
I know, but I'm almost finished. Alright, So let's see. Here's our hypotenuse, which is 13. We have our opposite, which is 5, and we have our adjacent, which is 12. We need to find the tan, or the TOA part of the word, which is opposite over adjacent, which would mean that it is 5 over 12, which, lo and behold, is right here. So let us go click on that and we can finish. So I hope that was useful in learning trigonomic ratios and right triangles.
Dad.
Thank you and goodbye.